All right, hey guys, it's Miss Gray,
And Tourette.
and we're in room 1203. Now, you can't see us like normal because we are showing you all a story that we're going to read together. Now, it's really important that you all actually do this activity with us. A lot of these words in here are things you can sound out, and of course, there are some trick words, but we're putting it on the screen like this for you to follow along with us. So, we're going to start off with an echo read. That means I read first and then you repeat after me. Okay? So, Tora is going to try and follow along with her finger. We are going to be on the side that has the swoops because the swoops help us to chunk our words so we can read more fluently. Fluent reading is all about reading at an appropriate speed, and when we chunk our words together, that helps us to pick up the pace when we're reading, and instead of sounding really choppy like a robot. When you read like that, your mind is not actually picking up the information. Your mind is just concentrating on trying to figure out the words. But when you chunk your words together, it helps the story flow, which helps your mind to make the connections to understand what the story is about. Okay? All right. So, let's echo read. 1, 2, 3. Wish come true.
Wish come true.
Mom and Dad
Mom and Dad
were shocked
were shocked
that the colt was not where
that the coat was not where
they had,
they had
they had left him.
him.
They checked the yard
They checked the yard
and the shed.
and the shed.
They even called the man
They even called the man
who had
who had
sold them the colt
sold them the coat
to see if it had gone there.
to see if it had gone there.
The man went out
The man went out
and checked
and checked
the stalls,
the stalls,
but the colt was not in there.
but the coat was not in there.
Beth called the cops
Beth called the cops
to tell them that the colt was missing.
to tell them that the coat was missing.
The cops
The cops
felt
felt
that it was one of the oddest calls they got.
that it was one of the oddest calls they got.
They told Beth
They told Beth
that no one
that no one
had seen a small colt.
had seen a small colt.
Colt. Beth begged them to find the colt.
Beth begged them to find the colt.
The cops said they
The cops said they
would do their best.
would do their best.
Beth felt sad.
Beth felt sad.
She had wished for a colt.
She had wished for a colt.
Most wishes do not come
Most wishes do not come
true,
true,
but this one had.
but this one had.
It is sad to have a wish come true
It is sad to have a wish come true
and then bolt.
and then bolt.
She had a pet colt,
She had a pet colt,
but had not even met it yet.
but had not even met it yet.
Beth hung her chin
Beth hung her chin
and
and
began to sob.
began to sob.
Then she felt something cold
Then she felt something cold
and went on her neck. And wet on her neck.
and wet on her neck.
She sat up,
She sat up,
and there was her colt.
and there was her colt.
She hugged him,
She hugged him,
and he licked her hands.
and he licked her hands.
Mom and
Mom and
Dad,
Dad,
she yelled.
she yelled,
My colt has come back.
my colt has come back.
Perfect. So I hope that you all I hope that you all heard how it sounded a lot better when I chunked my words, okay? Now I want you all to practice reading on the swoops, okay? So Tora will be your guide. She's going to start off by reading the title that helps us get our mind around what we're going to read. Okay, go.
Wish come true. Mom and Dad were shocked that the coat was not where they had left him. They checked the yard and the shed. They even called the man who had sold them the coat to see if it had gone there. The man went out and checked the stalls, but the coat was not in there. Beth called the cops to tell them that the coat was missing. The cops felt that it was one of the oddest calls they got. They told Beth that no one had seen a small coat. Beth begged them to find the coat. The cops said they would do their best. Beth felt sad. She had wished for a coat. Most wishes do not come true, but this one had. It is sad to have a wish come true and then bolt. She had a pet coat, but had not even met it yet. Beth hung her chin and began to sob. Then she felt something cold and wet on her neck. She sat up, and there was her coat. She hugged him, and he licked her hands. "Mom and Dad," she yelled, "my coat has come back."
Excellent, excellent job. I hope that you all were reading along with Tora. If you were not, you need to go back on this video and restart it. But we're going to actually do it again to see if we can get better the second time. Okay? All right. And finger on the title. All right, so make sure you are reading right along with Tora. Ready, set, read.
Wish come true. Mom and Dad were shocked that the coat was not where they had left him. They checked the yard and the shed. They even called the man who had sold them the coat to see if it had gone there. The man went out and checked the stalls, but the coat was not in there. Beth called the cops to tell them that the coat was missing. The cops felt that it was one of the oddest calls they got. They told Beth that no one had seen a small coat. Beth begged them to find the coat. The cops said they would do their best. Beth felt sad. She had wished for a coat. Most wishes do not come true, but this one had. It is sad to have a wish come true and then bolt. She had a pet coat, but had not even met it yet. Beth hung her chin and began to sob. Then she felt something cold and wet on her neck. She sat up, and there was her coat. She hugged him, and he licked her hands. "Mom and Dad," she yelled, "my coat has come back."
Beautiful. Now, we're going to do it one more time. But this time, Tora is going to read in her head. She's going to keep her finger on the swoops and follow along like she did, but she's going to read in her head so that you can read out loud by yourself. It might have been hard for you to read with her. This way, when she's reading in her head, you can practice reading this out loud. Or you can always go back in the video and turn off the sound and just watch her do it, and you read it at your own pace too. Okay? So you are not reading this in your head, you are reading it out loud. But Tora is reading it in her head and using her finger to follow the swoops to show you all good pacing. All right? So she's going to start now. Excellent. I hope that you followed along reading out loud. Boys and girls, this is going to be the end of our video. If you need to watch this video again for more fluency practice, please do so. We will read the story again and answer some questions about some story elements. Okay? All right. Bye bye.